Welcome back to Help the People, a podcast where we talk about life, healing, and the strength it takes to keep going when everything tells you to stop. I'm your host, Shannon Riley. From an early age, many of us are taught a language we never signed up to learn. It's the language of survival. We're taught to hold silence like armor. We're taught to fight before we're taught to ask for help. We're taught that pain is private, that struggle is normal, and that strength means never breaking. Once you learn the language of survival, it's hard to unlearn it. It follows you into school, into friendships, into relationships, into work. It tells you to keep your head down, grit your teeth, and just make it happen. Just make it through. But survival isn't the same as healing, as discussed before. Survival is clenching your fist. Healing is opening your hands to receive help and blessings. There comes a point in life when the fire leaves nothing behind and you're forced to walk through it. And you're standing there, not with trophies, not with victories, but with nothing but ashes left. Ashes of who you thought you were, ashes of what you thought you'd become, ashes of plans you swore you would carry out to a designated end. I've been there, and maybe you have too. The ashes can come from anywhere. For me, they came from failures that cut deep, the kind you can't hide from. Um, it came from broken promises, both made by me and some made by others, from hitting walls in school and in life, from the times I thought I was strong and powerful, only to realize how fragile I really was. And in my professional life, the ashes piled up in meetings where I felt like a boy playing dress up, where I'd reach for the bottle before I reached for my notes, where vodka in the water bottle was my secret preparation. And at first it worked, just enough to make me smile during the meetings over a non-funny joke or small talk, just enough for me to speak up or out. And under the influence, I could charm a room. I could disarm people with a grin. And I used liquor as my armor. But then came the day the mask slipped. My words failed me and stumbled. My voice cracked. The fear I felt from discontentment was louder than the liquor. And I knew those who were perceptive enough saw it. Maybe not clearly, but enough to know something was off. That day was ashes. Not just embarrassment, but a mirror, right? A moment when the fire stripped away my illusions and left me bare. The, the fire stripped away illusions of the house, the car, the career, the love. One by one, they fall like glass breaking. And there I stood bare, no armor, no mask, no title to hide behind. And what's left is just raw truth that even without all of it, you're still breathing. You're, you're still here. And what's left standing in the ashes is fearless. But here's also the thing. If you're standing in the ashes, that means you survived the fire. It didn't kill you. It didn't silence you. It didn't erase you. And for those of us who live with some trauma, we understand that survival isn't pretty. It's not applause and awards. Sometimes survival is dragging yourself out of bed when your chest feels heavy. Sometimes it's breathing through a panic you can't name. Sometimes it's making it through the day you thought would break you. For me, survival looked like cycles, new starts, fresh shirts, same story, different desk, every time. The ghost followed me, the childhood voices, shame, doubt, the bottle. I thought I could perform my way out of situations and perform my way through life, just surviving. But survival without healing is just postponing collapse. But ashes don't mean the end. They mean a beginning you don't expect. The fire stripped me of my illusions. It took away the armor I had depended on for years. And when I finally sat still, or let me say it differently, when God sat me still, I began to see that survival was never the destination. It was just the soil. And from that soil, healing began to sprout, slowly, unevenly, but real. When I look back now, the ashes of my failure, or failures, became the groundwork for the man who is speaking to you today. The words I write, the prayers I whisper, the thoughts I have, all come from moments I thought I was finished, when I was at my lowest. So if you're in the ashes right now, hear me. Don't rush the becoming. Don't rush the growth. Just claim your survival. That survival is proof you're still here. Proof that the fire couldn't take everything. Proof that what burned away were illusions, and what remains is unbreakable. The Bible says in Isaiah 61:3 that God will give us beauty from ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, and the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. This means the ashes are not wasted. They are the place where God meets us. When I was stripped bare, it wasn't punishment, it was preparation. God wasn't trying to destroy me, He was trying to rebuild me. And here's what I learned. You can't hear the Creator's whisper when you are constantly performing. You have to sit in silence. You have to let the fire finish its work. Let the ashes settle. And then listen. Because in the ashes, the voice of the Creator says, you are still mine. You are not what they did to you. You are not what you lost. You are not the mask you wore. You are my child, and I am not finished with you yet. So here's my challenge for you this week. Think of one moment in life. Write it down. When you were in the ashes, name it. Then next to it, write the one thing it could not take from you. And then take 10 minutes to sit in silence. No music, no phone, just you and the Creator, and ask, what beauty are you growing from these ashes? Because that's where your power lives, not in the fire, not in the loss, but in the survival and the subsequent healing. The ashes don't mark the end. They mark what fire couldn't take from you. If this message spoke to you, please share with others. This is Shannon Riley, reminding you that kindness knows no enemy. And until next time, family, remember, to help the people.